everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to TEW 2020 where we are in charge of Impact Wrestling. Now, we are a couple of days away from the Destination X PPV. We have been building to this for a rather long time. Right, this is a big show for us, this is a big show. We can make some stars and we can flop today. I do not know what the main event is going to be still. I still don't know. I'll have to work it out when I get there. It should probably be the Ultimate X match, just based off the pay-per-view theme. I don't know, people, but whatever it is, we'll just go with it. But before then, I did this at the end of the last video, but I'll do it at the start of this one just in case you're new here or have forgotten. I will now show you the card for the pay-per-view. Here you go. Right, so here we go. We are going into the Destination X pay-per-view, where the theme for this pay-per-view is Energy by SATV Music. That is the song for Destination X. So thank you for them for providing the music for this. As we will run through the card now. So, not long announced was the Rascalz versus the North, the originals of the two trios are going at it. These two were meant to fight it out in the last pay-per-view. They were unable to due to the injury on Des, and finally he is available. So that means that we can finally get the payoff between these two teams as they are, and that will be at Destination X. Another match we'll finally get the payoff to is Ace Austin versus TJP. This rivalry has been building for a very long time, since they fought each other in the Bound for Glory series, and TJP is in need of this win, but so is Ace Austin. These both have been dropped down a little bit down the card. They need a win to push them back up that card. Which one will be able to do it here? We do not know, but all we do know is these two will be able to put on an incredible match. Warhorse has been on an absolute tear since going to Impact Wrestling. He managed to outlast the 10-minute challenge given by Rob Van Dam, and that has put him over massively. That is due to Warhorse's incredible athletic nature and his loving coming from the crowd. Can Warhorse pick up a massive victory on the pay-per-view? It's a big ask, but we've seen people do it before. RVD needs to put his ego aside and needs to treat Warhorse as a credible threat, because that's exactly what he is. Johnny Gargano came into Impact with amazing impact, no pun intended, and went straight after Eric Young. Eric Young obviously tearing Impact apart since his return, has destroyed Rick Swann to the point where Rick Swann has had to go out with injury yet again, and Gargano is unhappy with this. He's just livid, and you know, he's very good friends of Rick Swann's, and he wants that revenge, but also wants to pick up a massive win against a big name in Impact in Eric Young. This could easily be a main event caliber match, and is just going to be given away with just almost no bloodthirsty rivalry. This is just a rivalry where Gargano needs to win and Young needs it, but Gargano also has that layer of anger at Eric Young for his treatment of the Impact roster. One of our title matches on the card is Moose versus EC3. Moose has been a very dominant champion. Trey proved to be one of the first contenders to really push Moose to the limit, and Moose managed to get through it. EC3 is possibly Moose's toughest challenge yet, and has held multiple titles within Impact. Moose has carried on this cocky nature, but will that cost him against EC3, or will Moose's arrogant nature be given the platform it needed to remain the way it is. Moose has just almost carried the division for so long. But as all the divisions keep rising, Moose just keeps staying at his level on top. And he does believe he's the credible champion, and he keeps proving that week by week. Kairi Hojo, another big name that ended up coming to Impact recently and instantly staked her name for the title. Unlike other people who came into the company, she came in with full force and went for that title. The question is, can she defeat Deonna Purrazzo? She's pinned her before in that tag team match, but can she do it when she has to do all the work herself and defeat a dominant champion in Purrazzo? Purrazzo has almost just carried this presence about her where she's on top of everybody, and she deserves to be. But can Hojo's experience, but also her stature in the world of women's wrestling, be too much for Purrazzo to handle? Probably two of the most infamous tag teams in tag team history, the Motor City Machine Guns versus the Good Brothers. These two teams have had a friendly rivalry where the Good Brothers managed to win 3 of the 4 singles matches against the Motor City Machine Guns, but the Motor City Machine Guns managed to defeat Miro and Callihan on Impact, proving that they are one hell of a tag team together, and even 2 massive single stars cannot even match up to how good they are. So these two teams, 2 of the best, and we're going to find out which one of these 2 teams is going to be classed as the best on this pay-per-view. Who that will be, we'll have to find out. Speaking of the 2 biggest single stars, we have Sami Callihan and Miro. Miro, since he came in, has been dominant, but he has still managed to get pinned and submitted. He hasn't been undefeatable, he is beatable. And Callihan was one of those people who beat him. That's what earned him this opportunity, was the fact that he was one of the only people to pin or submit Miro since Miro came into the company. Can Callihan do that again? Or is Miro too confident? Is he too settled in Impact to lose this match? They both have potential to be massive in the company. Miro is already massive. Can Callihan rise up to this level and take that top spot in Miro's first defense of that title, one of his first defenses of that title? We'll have to find out. And obviously the showcase match of Destination X is the Ultimate X match. We have been building to this for weeks now with multiple qualifiers. Chris Bey has his toughest challenge yet. Chris Bey has been a great champion. Now he has the help of the Kingdom. Will the Kingdom get involved in this match? We'll have to find out. But there is 5 individuals vying for that title. That is Willie Mack, someone that has been feuding with Chris Bey, it seems, for ages, but it went on the back burner and it's come back. But they have this mutual respect between the 2 of them. They know how good each other are, and they know what the other is capable of, and they know they're capable of beating each other, and that's what makes their rivalry great, and it's been renewed here. Willie Mack is one of the contenders. The other one is Heath. Heath did lose to Brian Myers on Tuesday. Will that play in Heath's head, or will Heath be able to put that to the side and win the Ultimate X match and then deal with his problems with Brian Myers later? Or will the Brian Myers problem stay in his head in this match and cost him? We'll have to find out. Crist has been on an absolute tear since I took over this company. He defeated Tommy Dreamer, he's defeated Ken Shamrock, he's defeated Hernandez. He's just got plowed through so many people, and can he go and win this match? This match suits him perfectly. Weapons seems to be his forte. He loves dealing with weapons, and what a match this is for him. He can use whatever he wants to win this match. All he has to do is climb those ropes, scale across, and grab that title. But can he do it? Trey, what a journey Trey has been on since I've joined this company. He has just put on performance after performance after performance. Unfortunately, he couldn't get that title off of Moose, but this is another chance at another title. Can he defeat the other 5 fierce competitors to win this match and grab that X Division title that no one can say he doesn't deserve, because he truly does. We'll have to find out. And finally, the biggest name in this match, the biggest threat to everybody, is a man named Fenix. Fenix is one incredible wrestler, deemed by many as the best wrestler in the world. And he has to deal with 500 competitors who know of Fenix's capabilities and will probably target Fenix in this match and try and stop him from winning it. Can he do so? We'll have to find out. Fenix would literally be the face of the X Division and is, you know, having the best wrestler in the world in Impact for the future will be incredible. But can one of these other 5 men defeat Fenix and maybe stake their claim as one of the best too? We'll have to find out. Brilliant, so hopefully that's refreshed your memories, and I will skip forward to the pay-per-view. If anything happens beforehand, I'll show you. If not, we'll just get straight on into it. Right, so Dominik Dijakovic is another one that seems to have his contract running up in WWE. So I reckon I'll probably send him an offer, because last time I checked, Dominik Dijakovic is really good. He's got great star quality, great menace. You can use him in many different ways. And he's also got decent popularity, which is unusual for someone that is only in NXT. Well, he was only in NXT, now he's in WWE. Whoops. But that might have actually helped his popularity a little bit by being in WWE. So maybe I'll probably offer him something. He's good at brawling as well. He's got so much scope as to what I can do with Dijakovic. So yeah, I'll probably offer him something. I'm not quite sure what I'd do with him if I do get him in. But it's something that I think, as long as I send in an offer, we'll just see what happens. Right, so we've got a backstage incident between TJP and Mick Foley, where TJP was brought before the wrestlers' court, accused of making a mess backstage and not cleaning it up, annoying everyone else. He's been sentenced to buy drinks for everyone else. Lovely stuff there. So yeah, I'm going to book the show, and then we're just going to go straight on in with it. Right, so I've booked the card. I am nervous. I'm very, very nervous. I have no idea how the show is going to go. I could shorten the times of a couple of matches, and I probably should do, but I'm not going to this time. Basically, I think I've ended up with this show having 9 matches. I think from now on, it's probably best that I only have a show with, what, like 8 matches maybe, just to bring the time down, because if I took away one of these matches, I would have hit that like 3-hour mark perfectly. But I didn't struggle to get everything in. I think I mostly struggled to build the show, build to that main event in the best way possible, because I am putting the Ultimate X match on last. That's a risk. I'm putting the main title match on first, another risk. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, it's a difficult one. I'm not too sure how it's going to go, but I guess we're just going to have to go in and see. This could be a flop of a pay-per-view, or this could be a really, really good pay-per-view. In TEW world, in real life, this would be great. In TEW world, this is a risky show, and yeah, there's only one way to find out. We do have one pre-show match though, if we go into it, and that is Ken Shamrock versus Danhausen. Now, my reasoning for this is with Danhausen, he doesn't have loads of popularity, so I thought put him on the pre-show of a big show like this, and he might gain some popularity even with a loss. And with Ken Shamrock being a big star that's not on the pay-per-view, I thought keep him happy, put him on the show in some way. So Ken Shamrock defeated Danhausen in about 10 minutes with an ankle lock. Danhausen got a 26, Ken Shamrock with a 43. Decent stuff there, not too shabby. Then we kick off the main show with a 59 rated match where Miro defeated Sami Callihan in about 24 minutes with a muscle buster. Miro getting defense number 2, Miro with a 60, Sami Callihan with a 53. Now, reason number 553 as to why I put this on first. I messed up a titsy little bit. When I booked Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin to beat these two in a tag team match, it changed everything, and that was quite simply because, well, the big reason it changed them by having both of these lose about 5 popularity. Now, if you've played this game before, you know how much 5 popularity means. 5 popularity is a lot. Now, don't get me wrong, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin have gone up by about 5 popularity, which is why that tag team match turned from a nothing tag team match, like a really good tag team match between two of the best tag teams, but it turned from just that into possibly a main event caliber match, just because they went up to nearly 50 popularity, which means that Sami Callihan dropped down to about a 40-ish, 45 popularity, something like that, maybe even less than that. And Miro dropped to about a 53 pop. So this match would have been above that 60 mark if I didn't book that, which is one of the big reasons why I didn't put this on last. Is I think the other one has a big chance of maybe pushing it a bit further, especially given the caliber of the match anyway. So yeah, a 59 rated match here, decent stuff. I'm not annoyed at all. Then we've got a 45 rated segment where Eddie Edwards tries to attack Shane Taylor backstage, but ends up getting put through a table, putting Shane Taylor over on a pay-per-view. Hopefully that ups his popularity. I'm hoping his popularity goes up, even though he's not wrestling. But yeah, 45, decent stuff. Then we've got a 46 rated match where the North defeated the Rascalz in about 60 minutes when Josh Alexander pinned Dez with the TKO. During the match, Dominic Garrini was at ringside and he distracted Wentz, he distracted Dez. So yeah, but the North were the better ones. Wentz got 39, Dez with a 44, Josh Alexander 46, Ethan Page 41. So all decent stuff here, all tag team specialists, all really good. Apparently Wentz's gimmick is getting stale, so I'll make a note of that. So I'll make sure to change his gimmick up a little bit. It won't be too much of a change, but just change it up a little bit, keep things fresh. But decent stuff. Following this though, we do have a beat down the North, beat down the Rascalz. Trey comes out for the save, but unfortunately it's just not enough. And Trey's health is actually put in question for the main event. Yet again, the North are annoying Trey. The North are just destroying the Rascalz, and Trey again is put into question as to whether he can make the main event. As you know, this is reminiscent of the time he qualified for that main event, but is a match of the Ultimate X's caliber just too much, or will he even make it to that main event? Then we have a 57 rated match, lovely stuff here, where Moose defeated EC3 in about 15 minutes by pinfall with the game breaker. Moose makes defense number 7 now for that TNA World Heavyweight title. Moose with a 50, EC3 with a 54. Decent stuff here, 57 rated. That's all due to the storyline heat going into this one. I knew these two would put on a great match, and they did exactly that. Then we have a 52 rated segment where Johnny Gargano defeated Eric Young in about 17 minutes by pinfall with a hurt donut. Now, Johnny Gargano got a 53, Eric Young with a 41. And apparently these two have no chemistry. They didn't click at all. Awkward bout. To get a 52 and it to be a really, like, there's no chemistry between these two, says a lot about the caliber of especially Johnny Gargano and the heat, storyline heat we built into this one. Luckily, coming out of this, we're moving, I wouldn't say away from it, because we're definitely going towards something here. But I know for certain there won't be many singles matches between Johnny Gargano and Eric Young, so hopefully we can avoid this. Well, we can definitely avoid this. It's not a long-term storyline, so we can definitely avoid this. Rich Swann, however, was at ringside, so that could have played into the reason why Eric Young lost. Then we've got a 53 rated segment where Pentagon Jr. and Fenix hyped the main event. Apparently Fenix was very poor when trying to improvise, but Penta benefited from having a hot new catchphrase. So yeah, just wanted to advance the segments and advance the storylines, which luckily I did. I'm trying to bump up that storyline heat just before that main event. Then we've got a 55 rated match where TJP defeated Ace Austin by submission with the figure 4 deathlock. Ace Austin 50, TJP 49. These two are very good, and Ace Austin benefited from a hot new move. These two are very good. TJP needed a win. I was looking at it for ages. Ace Austin would have been, for me, the better shout with my long-term booking and where I want to go. Ace Austin would have been the better shout. However, TJP needed this. TJP needed this win so much more than Ace Austin. Ace Austin can get his win back later. He can find a different way to get his heat back and get back in that momentum swing. But TJP needed this a lot because he's been on the back burner. He's been almost down from this and struggling, and he needed it so badly. So I just gave him the win. 55 rating as well. Really good stuff there. To think that was better than the Johnny Gargano Eric Young match is insane. Then we got a 51 rated segment where Kairi Hojo defeated Deonna Purrazzo with a spear, the same move that Deonna Purrazzo lost to last time. Kairi Hojo has won the Impact Women's title, or the Knockouts title. Deonna Purrazzo with 44, Kairi Hojo with a 50. Really good stuff here. I hot-shotted the bout to Kairi Hojo. She's better in the ring. I think she's got a little bit more popularity. I think for the way the women's division is going right now, if we didn't get Kairi Hojo in, I think Deonna Purrazzo would have kept the title. But I feel as though Kairi Hojo will just elevate the women's division quicker than what Deonna Purrazzo was doing. Deonna Purrazzo was doing a great job, but Kairi Hojo would just do it a bit quicker. And putting on, I think, one of the best, if not the best, women's matches we've had so far. Says a lot, really. Then we've got a 51 rated match where Rob Van Dam defeated Warhorse in about 15 minutes with a 5-star frog splash. RVD with a 49, Warhorse with a 45. 45 for Warhorse. 45. He's got no popularity, almost next to no popularity. Obviously, RVD is performing just below his popularity. Warhorse is performing like a legend at the moment. Rob Van Dam, I was obviously going to give Rob Van Dam the win. I wasn't going to give Warhorse it. That would be stupid. Rob Van Dam has a lot of upside to him. Obviously, Warhorse does as well. But I felt as though if I gave Warhorse the win here, that would be Rob Van Dam done. And I'm not ready yet. I've got plans for Rob Van Dam. I'm not ready for him to go just yet. So yeah, 51 rating there. Good stuff. However, Rob Van Dam not performing that great does put into question my long-term plans. Then we've got a 53 rated segment. Really good stuff here. Where Burke hypes Bey for the match. He hypes Bey. He is happy with Shane Taylor for taking out Eddie Edwards. And he announces 2 brand new members for the Kingdom. Jonathan Gresham and Fred Yehi. 2 great wrestlers on the independent scene. You guys probably will recognise the name of Jonathan Gresham a little bit more. These 2 will be a tag team, and that's why Burke tells the tag team division to watch out, because they are coming for him. Really good stuff here. 53 advances the segment and advances the Ultimate X segment as well, which is really good. But yeah, brilliant stuff here. I'm loving the Kingdom at the moment. They're giving me vibes of like the Hurt Business in WWE right now, and I feel as though if this was to happen in real life, I think people would get behind the Kingdom and what they're doing. It's just a really good scope of talent, and Burke being the leader of it is great. Then we have a 56 rated match where Motor City Machine Guns defeated the Good Brothers in about 20 minutes when Alex Shelley submitted Doc Gallows with a Border City stretch after interference from Elijah Burke. why would Elijah Burke interfere in the Good Brothers match? Why would he go for Doc Gallows? Those questions will be answered in a few weeks, and I'm hoping you like it because I've been quite clever with it. Motor City Machine Guns makes defense number 4 for those tag titles. Alex Shelley with a 61. I didn't even see that. Alex Shelley 61, Chris Sabin 57. I told you. Them winning that match, them winning the match with Miro and Sami Callihan as shut up, Siri. Them winning that match and going into this pay-per-view just says a lot. Like, just look at it. Like, they've bumped up from like that 50 mark to nearly that 60 mark, which now makes them not only the best tag team in the company, but it also it's elevated that tag team division. I've accidentally elevated the tag team division, and I didn't even realise I was doing it, but like, that's what I have done. And my aims are to do a tag team tournament, as I mentioned before. So, like a Dusty Rhodes Classic, I want to do something like that to elevate the tag division. The fact that the Motor City Machine Guns are already on a level where they've elevated it is just incredible. I'm absolutely gobsmacked by that. Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson performing at the 50 mark. They both performed brilliantly here. But yeah, the Kingdom getting involved with the Good Brothers here, and the Motor City Machine Guns stealing the absolute show, which is just insane to me. But we've just upped the tag division, we've upped the women's division. Let's see if we can up the X division now. That's the last one we need to up because everything else is upped. And unfortunately, Carl Anderson sustained a broken jaw, which, to be fair, we can just play into storyline a little bit. It won't be too much of an issue. Then we've got a 49. Really? Oh, balls. We got a 49 rated segment where Foley, Armour and Scott D'Amore talk about the main event, and that Trey is medically cleared. I was hoping this would bump up the storyline here. It didn't do that at all, which is so annoying. But yeah, I should have just kept it as Mick Foley on his own. But yeah, I think Stephen Amell is starting to, because I want to turn him face and the crowd don't like it. So yeah, 49, decent stuff. And the main event of the evening, the Ultimate X match, to which none of us, even you guys, do not know what it's going to be like. I'm hoping anything above 55, I think I'd take, honestly. I want about that 60 mark. I really do, because then it'll make the show great. But I really don't know. Let's have a look. 56. Okay, that's... thank God. Thank God. Chris Bey defeated Trey, Willie, Mack, Fenix, Jake, Crist and Heath in the Ultimate X match in about 20 minutes when Chris Bey retrieved the item. During the match, however, Rhino turned on Heath. Heath was getting momentum going, he was about to climb, and then gore! And Heath was laid out, and Rhino just put him through a table. It just destroyed him. Heath is now out of the match from then on. So yeah, Heath and Rhino are now going into a rivalry. I told you as soon as they had bad chemistry, I had a plan, and that plan was if they had bad chemistry, get them gone and get them to feud with each other, because it would be a good feud. Otherwise, they would have probably been a mainstay in the tag division. Trey with a 53, Chris Bey 46, Willie Mack 51. Fenix with a 65. I knew Fenix would save this match. Him or Penta would have saved it. Jake Crist 47, Heath 47. Really good stuff here by these guys. I wasn't expecting anything special, but they really did put on something really good. You know, a 56, especially when the other one we were considering as the main event was a 59. That's not bad at all. It's not going to be the greatest pay-per-view in the world, and I had a feeling about that. As soon as I was starting to book it, I realised that as much as I love this pay-per-view, TEW will not. But yeah, really good stuff here. I think we'll handle the changes. We'll turn Rhino heel, to which he's changed his gimmick up to a raging bull now as well. And the turn was a complete success. Lovely stuff here. Finish the show. I'm hoping for just a 58, something like that. We'll do 56. I had a feeling it would be about 56, but yeah, decent show. I was happy with this show. I really did enjoy booking this one. The build to this show was great. If only that Johnny Gargano match was better. But our matches on this card, to have our weakest match being a 46 was our weakest one. That was the North versus the Rascalz. I kind of knew that was coming. But the rest of them, like, we didn't have anything really bad. It's only that North segment that really dragged it down a little bit. And our decision to put the Ultimate X match on last wasn't punished really at all. Probably would have got like a 59 if we'd put the Miro match on last. But it doesn't bother me too much. I really liked the way this show turned out. And we are going into the next stage of Impact with a lot of different rivalries going on. So we'll make a speech. I think Fenix deserves credit, a lot of credit, let's be honest. I don't know, maybe Kairi Hojo deserves a bit of credit, and maybe like Alex Shelley, because those guys really pulled it out the bag today, and just be praised for a great performance from all of them. Yeah, like, I think I could have praised Warhorse as well, but yeah, we had a lot that performed to a very high standard. Surprisingly so, especially with Warhorse. It'll be interesting to see the popularity changes. I will look at those in a minute with the popularity changes with you guys, because I don't usually show you guys what goes on with popularity wise, unless it's like Warhorse or Shane Taylor, like the ones in the lower card. But I will have a look at a few from higher up the card as well, just so you can see the progress of everyone. Rob Van Dam being one of them that is just going further and further down, because I did want him to go into that TNA world title picture. That's what I was hoping for. I'm not so sure now. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know who you guys think should go for that TNA world title next, but that was my aim. But I'm not sure if that will pull out a really good match or not. So we'll have a look. What have they said about Destination X? Excellent, really good stuff there. I'm just scrolling down just to see what people do. Extension for Road Dogg, Jesse James. Not much really going on. And then WWE did extend the contract of Roderick Strong, which was expected. Let's have a look at my mail. So we got a rival bid for Dominik Dijakovic. Roderick Strong's stuff ended. Viewing figures, 63,000 viewers. Pay-per-view buy rate of 0.06, and Carl Anderson was injured. So we'll go into here. We'll have a look at the medical first. 14 days, but it's being worked through. That's fine, I don't mind that. We'll have a look at the titles as well. Just to give you an idea, the TNA World title I had to put into the game, which went up to it hasn't really changed. The X division did go up a tiny bit. The tag division did go up a tiny bit again. The Impact World title didn't really change. I wasn't expecting that to. And the Knockouts Championship didn't really change either. So not much really going on there. We'll look at the roster. So we'll start with like Ace Austin. I'm trying to think who was on the show. Ace Austin lost a little bit of popularity. Alex Shelley has gone up to a 47. Yeah, he went from 43 to a 47 by winning that match. They've got the Motor City Machine Guns have gone up massively at the moment. Chris Bey is one we really need to up his popularity, but he's gone up by about 5 in every region. So we've bumped him up by about 12 since we've came into the company, which is good. Chris Sabin, another one. If we look at his popularity, he's gone up by about 6. I think he's gone up a little bit again. So I think he went up by about 5, and then he's gone up a little bit again. Danhausen, it'll be interesting to see, because I know he did lose, but I was wondering if he would gain popularity. It looks like he might have gained like 1 in every region, so not too bad there. Deonna Purrazzo might have gone up just for having a really good match on pay-per-view, to which she did, which is good to see. Same for Dez, like people like Dez Wentz. Yeah, all going up a little bit while he's gone back up to normal. Dominic Guarini is an interesting one, which I'd like to check before checking Doc Gallows, who I've accidentally skipped. He did go up a little bit as well this month, not too shabby. Doc Gallows, though, I don't think has gone up. Oh, he did go up a little bit. So this is the thing, just going through a lot of these, they are just going up by being on the pay-per-view card. I seem to have kept a lot of people happy as well, although Eddie Edwards did go down, but that's understandable, let's be honest. But yeah, we're just going through all of these, and it looks like everyone is going up by like 1 popularity on that show, which I don't mind if it's just 1, if it, you know, as long as they are going up, that's what kind of matters to me. And I'm trying to look at who might have gone up that you wouldn't expect. Johnny Gargano wouldn't expect to go up. Kairi Hojo maybe, because she got a big win. No, again, it's a very difficult one to get it right, to work out who's going to go up and who's not. Miro, look, right, this is what I mean. We've got Miro from a 59 to a 52, and we've pushed him to the limit, but because we get him to lose a couple of matches here and there, to bump other people up, he's gone down considerably, but is still performing at a reasonable amount. Moose got a big win. He did go up by like 1 popularity there. Not bad at all. RVD, he performed at I think a 49 on the show, so he's gone down from a 60, 55, 51. So he performed 2 below his popularity, which is not great. Shane Taylor is at a 34, so he's gone up about 10. But I don't think he went up at all via... I don't think he went up at all through the pay-per-view, which is a shame, but I didn't expect him to. TJP is still apparently at a cool momentum, even though he won, and he gained a bit of popularity there. Trey might have done. Yeah, he gained a couple this 1 or 2 this month, and then Warhorse is a big one. Again, he did go up a little bit, so that's good to see that people on the show did go up a bit. And then we'll have a look at our popularity as the final thing to look at, to which we've all gone up by about 1 in this month, in a couple of regions up by 2, which is really good to see. We just need that 47 to get up to that 59 mark, but that will take a very, very long time. So yeah, I thought you guys would be interested in seeing seeing necessarily who's gone up and who's gone down in popularity. I thought you guys would be really interested in that. And if you want to see me do that a bit more and maybe have the episodes a bit longer, but you guys understand what's going on a little bit more, I do not mind doing that at all. But yeah, hit that like button if you like this video and have enjoyed the pay-per-view. Comment anything down below about where you want me to go with certain storylines, maybe who you want me to sign, maybe who you want me to release if you want to be mean. But yeah, just talk to me in the comments. I will reply. I will give reasonings as to why I do things, why I won't do things. But yeah, put anything down in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new here, as we're heading into a new build to the next pay-per-view, which is, just to refresh my memory, is Sacrifice. Sacrifice is the next pay-per-view, so we'll be going to that one next. And I shall see all of you guys in the next video. See ya!